we have breaking news. I cannot keep up.
Oh my
just
God.
now. Like, it just happened, just reported.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Sip or Spill. I'm Tatayanna Mitchell.
And I'm Louis Levanti. And today we are joined by a TikTok star, TikTok legend. You may know her from TikTok or the internet in general. She is amazing. She is one of my social media friends. Please welcome Jess Val Ortiz.
Woo!
Our first guest ever on Sip or Spill. How
This is
exciting.
exciting.
Oh my God.
I'm excited.
We're very excited to have you. I am so excited that I got to meet you for the first time today.
Me too.
So
Really
you're
happy.
just like basically one of the stars. You are a big time, in my eyes, like even though like people look at us as like influencers, like you're a star. Like people know you, people love you, but now you're here to join us, and we're going to be talking about some other stars today.
Yes.
Starting with, we thought we were done with them, Tati. I swear last week we were like, oh, thank God, we're done talking about it. Kanye is back again, and he is tearing up social media. So we are going to take you through the timeline of Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, Julia Fox, all that mess today, right now. It's been a lot, and I'm exhausted already. Like we said
I'm
it
so
last
tired
week.
of Kanye. Like, Kanye, just delete your page. Like, what's going on?
Did you guys ever watch Fairly Odd Parents? Like, you know
Yes.
that? So, you know, there's a meme of like Timmy's dad and Dinkelberg, like being like this. It's like, this is the Kanye and Pete drama right now.
Oh
It's
my
so
God,
it's
that's
so
so
one-sided,
funny.
right? It's like
Well, because when you're someone like Kanye who is spiraling as much as he is, like you have with that kind of mentality, all you can do is bring others into your own problems. It's like, what did they have anything to do with your situation with Kim? Like, it has nothing to do with anything.
in the worst way possible. It's like the Titanic. It's like we're going down, everybody's coming with me. But I know a lot of people on the internet are saying like Kanye's crazy, he's a psycho, blah blah blah. But like he obviously has been like open about like he takes medication for different things. Like I believe he has bipolar disorder. So it's like you can't really just like come at someone and say they're crazy and attack their mental illness. Like mental health and mental illness is like very, it's like something that needs to be talked about more.
Yes.
I think to use that, first of all, to your advantage in comedy and like things like that, I personally don't agree with, just because like everybody struggles with it.
Yeah.
Yes, he's doing it in the public eye in a very destructive way.
Yes.
But let's not use that as our story. You know,
Right.
like there could be underlying things to it, but I digress on that. But from there, obviously he's targeting Pete, somehow brought like Ariana Grande into it. But then, did you see the tweets about Kid Cudi, like the back and forth with him and Kid Cudi?
This is why I don't have Twitter.
So,
I wish I saw this, though.
yeah, but basically, Kid Cudi's friends with Pete Davidson, and
Okay.
a picture went up of Pete Davidson, Kid Cudi, and one other person.
Oh, and he put an X over Pete's face?
Yeah,
This
so
picture.
Kid Cudi is like the next in line to be attacked by Kanye in a way. So there is a photo that resurfaced of Kanye, Pete Davidson, Kid Cudi, and Timothy Chalamet from like 2019 at Kid Cudi's birthday party. And Kanye put it up and had crossed out Pete Davidson's face and just like went on this rant about how like because Kid Cudi's friends with Pete Davidson, he's like betraying him and that he's no longer going to be on the Donda album. The drama.
That's such high school mentality, right? There.
Literally
Like, you are a
is.
grown man. What?
It's like his own little burn book where he's just like,
Right.
you're next.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like, geez, like, he's Kanye West. Like, come on. He doesn't have to be doing all of this just for attention. Like,
Yeah.
he makes good music.
Yeah.
He needs to remember why he is who he is, and that's...
yeah, and I think, well, getting back to obviously him removing Kid Cudi from Donda, Kid Cudi responded and was just like, I'm the best thing that has happened to your album, so it's like your loss.
Right.
Which at that point, he's probably thinking the same thing like you just said, like, this is such high school bullshit. Like, why? Like, he's probably thinking that he'll get over it soon, Kanye, or he just knows like this is like a phase of like a situation in like the public that he's just now it's like friendly fire almost.
But why should Kid Cudi stop being friends with Pete just because Pete and Kanye has beef with Pete?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Like-
can't you be your own person?
Yeah.
Like, I don't get that either. We were saying it. I was talking before we came on. I was just like, if my friend has a problem with someone and it like the problem doesn't directly inflict me, like I'm still going to be friends with that person. Now, say it was something very horrible.
Yeah.
Like something with my family or just like something with their family and like that I just didn't agree with, then yeah, I'm not going to be friends with that person. But this
Yeah.
is like,
This
you're
is
just mad that your ex is dating.
new man.
Yeah, like and that's the new man. Like that's just petty. Like
That's extremely petty.
I'm not defending Kanye in any way, shape, or form.
no, we want to see both sides. Bring
Bring
it.
The thing is, he does have a whole family, 4 children with this woman. Like, that's a lot. You know, I don't know how people are in Hollywood and how they deal with these relationships. It seems like lots of people get married, get divorced. It seems to be a very common thing in Hollywood. And, you know, because there's a lot of pressure with work and, you know, going on tour, you know, filming shows. Like, there's a lot. But, like, when you have established a family, children, you know, there's so much history. Like, it's got to be hard, but I'm still not defending him. Like, you know.
But I get what you're saying.
You
like,
know?
yeah, you built this family. You were in the public eye with this family. And now it's like, it went from being all positive to now it's like very negative. So the stress he's probably under, unbelievable. I would never want that.
But it also makes me wonder what Kim was really going through with him during the marriage. Like, she was probably bottling up so much because he was probably doing the unimaginable to her with her. Like, who knows? Like, something bad probably happened that no one knows about.
And that would never be released.
Yeah.
Right.
Unless they want it to.
Unless they wanted to. But I don't know. I just feel like Kanye just... it's just... Take a deep breath. It's just a lot.
Yeah. All that aside, obviously back to the screenshots, there was another one. Pete texted Kanye.
Oh, let me read this.
Yeah, take a look at that. So Pete texted Kanye. I'll show it to you too. It's really not in there, but basically he was just saying, like, Kanye's obviously defending his kids and his family. We had just talked about this. And Pete had texted him saying, like, I don't want to, you know, harm your family.
Right.
I don't want you to think like I have any negative intentions or anything like that. Like, I will treat them right or whatever. Kanye screenshots that
and puts it on Instagram.
And he goes, let me read it because it's like an all caps. He says, "No, you will never meet my children."
What?
And then from there, moving along in the timeline, that was just like obviously a little minor one too. Minor. He then went to the Super Bowl, which was Go Rams, LA. I don't watch it, just live here.
Same.
We just live here. But
We just live here.
He went to the Super Bowl with North, I believe.
Oh my gosh. North looked so upset. Like, she did not want to be there with her dad at all.
No.
I think, did they make a video with each other? Or did
He
they
took
take
a video
photo?
of the kids. He's like, North.
And
she's like,
North is like, no, Dad, I don't want to be here.
yeah.
So that was kind of like everyone in the comments saw like how North was looking, and she probably knows what's going on. Like, Kim is probably telling her.
Yeah.
And it was sad.
It is sad.
Too, we were looking at a video beforehand, or like I saw something where I know he was booed because he was put on the big screen there, and so was North, obviously.
Booed?
So he was booed by the audience, allegedly, because when you're in a stadium like that, you never know if it's a boo or if it's like people just being like,
Right.
"Woo," or like they're looking at something else.
Yeah.
He was on the big screen, North was on the big screen, and some of the tweets and stuff were like, just look at her face while he's being booed. Like, she's so embarrassed. So like that could have been taken out of context, but like you're saying there was a video that he took with her and she's clearly not having it. Then maybe she was embarrassed to be with him. I mean, hey, he was trending over the Super Bowl on Twitter, which is like obviously all this drama. He was at the Super Bowl, so it's probably like that whole culmination. He was like, he even posted something about that where he just like said, I didn't want to trend over the Super Bowl. Like, I just want what's best for my family. Like, I love Kim, yada, 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 all that nonsense.
Okay.
But obviously deleted all these posts. And then it came to Valentine's Day and he posted a picture, like a very sad picture of Kim on a date with Pete on his Instagram.
Goodness.
Okay. You're like, take it all in.
I just can't. How? Continue. I don't know.
Well, the sad part about it too was that she was wearing a coat that Kanye had given her too. So he's just like, yeah.
That makes sense. Okay.
But the caption, like you would think the caption would be like something really angry and evil. But he said in, summation of the whole caption, because it was a long paragraph, all caps, which I've had enough of. He just says, I have no beef with Kim and I just really care about my kids. I'm very crazy about them. Like you said, like it's his kids. I think that's the big thing.
If he means what he says, if he really truly cares, then this is all just for attention. It just has to be. Like, there's no way that he's going out of his way to message the director of SNL to message Pete to do this, that. Like, it just has to be for clout. And it's just, I guess, bringing in more money for them. I mean,
aren't they already billionaires?
I mean, money
maybe they want to
loves
be
money.
trillionaires.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, once you have so much money, you're like, I just want more at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so funny you say, like, it's just, like, we were just like, it's just about the kids. And it's like, yeah, that was so sweet. The next thing that he posted was like, thank you all so much for the support. Like, I love you guys, blah, blah, blah. Whenever you see Pete Davidson, yell Kanye forever.
Oh,
like,
and his fans will do that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They will.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's like saying like there's no beef, but then it's like, but there is.
There is.
So after all of that, Kanye obviously is just posting whatever he wants, and now he was posting screenshots of what appeared to be like Kim and his text conversations. It's not confirmed, obviously, if that's Kim or not, because it said like Kim's other phone. So it could be anybody. It could be an assistant.
She probably
could
has
be,
like 17 phones.
Literally.
yeah, she's like, I have like 17 phones. I don't know which one it was. Wasn't Paris Hilton the one that said that?
Oh, yes.
Yes, she was like, I have like 17 phones. I don't know which one you texted.
And she goes,
Yeah, she's like, okay, and it was to Kim. But yeah, they had been texting back and forth.
Yeah.
I do want to read those off.
Yeah, let me read the text.
You were
to
like,
you
these are
guys,
crazy. Like,
because they're like so scary. Like, so Kim texted Kanye and said, there are dangerous people out there, and this is scary, and it doesn't have to be. He responded back and said, I will always do everything to protect you and our family forever. Space, space, space. His texting is so weird, y'all. Then Kim responded back and said, why can't you keep any of our conversations private? He said, because I got a text from my favorite person in the world. I'm your #1 fan. Why wouldn't I tell everyone?
I mean, if I got a text from my favorite person in the world, I'm not screenshotting
At
and putting it on
all.
Instagram. I'm not even
At
putting it on my
all.
story. And if I did, I'd block out who it is.
Same.
Like, why would you ever think that's okay?
Yeah, I just feel like he just needs to keep their private messages off the internet, because not everyone needs to be in y'all business.
Nope.
You're just doing too much, in my opinion.
But don't you think it's odd? Like, I see that side because obviously I'm on that side where I'm like, keep it private. But it's also like, okay, but then there's the side where it's like, Kim, your entire life is public. Like, you're mad over these text messages. Like, they're really not even that bad. They are private and about like certain, like the situation, but it's like your whole life is in the public eye. So
I just feel like because their fans are like, you don't know what their fans are like capable of doing. And imagine like seeing them out and like he's telling everyone to scream Kimye forever, and like somebody takes it overboard and tries to do something
like
bad.
make signs, throw things.
Yeah.
Like it can be really, I get that. That makes sense. But I think he did go out of his way to like then prove that she is his favorite person, because then on Valentine's Day, you saw this, right?
Yeah. He sent her a whole truck full of roses and said, what does it say?
Oh, my vision is
Crystal clear. With a K, not a C. Crystal clear.
2 Ks, like
For
Kim Kardashian.
So that was unique.
I think a lot of
unique.
Yeah, it was a choice. It was a thought. It was a choice. Was it the right one? Maybe not. I don't know. I think it was like, it's like sweet in some sense. Like a truck is a little overboard. And people are saying that like this is becoming like, there's two sides to it. People are like, is this like harassment or is this like actually love?
It's kind of like stalker-ish.
Yeah.
A little bit. It's like he won't leave her alone.
I
And
didn't
he
want to be
won't.
the one to say it, but it is giving a little stalker vibes.
Yeah, big stalker vibes. Like if somebody sent me a truck of roses, I'd be freaked out a little bit. I'd be like, well, first of all, what do I do with all these? Like how many
Right.
vases do I need?
But like they always do that, right? Like
All
they
the
always
celebrity-
bring in like.
All the celebrities do that.
Yeah.
It's like a during the holidays, just a competition.
Right.
Yeah.
Who gets the biggest roses?
On the same day, so obviously it's like, why is Kanye sending roses to Kim when he's with Julia Fox?
Supposedly.
Julia Fox announced on social media that they had called it quits. So her and Kanye no longer together.
Together?
I don't think so. Like they weren't together. And if it happened that same day, I'm assuming that like it might have happened earlier that weekend, and like she just finally was like, okay, let's just announce it to the world. And honestly, good for her.
There was a TikTok. It was a clip of paparazzi. Someone went up to Julia Fox like it was yesterday or the day before, and they were like, Julia, how are you handling the breakup? And she's like smiling. She's glowing. She's like
happy.
Oh yeah, honestly, like Kanye's a great person. I just wish him the best. And if my boyfriend of almost 2 years broke up with me yesterday, I would not be smiling and glowing and say I wish him the best.
Wait, how long were they together for, though?
I mean, they weren't together for 2 years. They were together
Okay.
for like 2 or 3 months.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and like
Yeah.
together is a very loose term.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems. she was with me. It was on Uncut Gems. But obviously, yeah. Like if somebody broke up with me, first of all, I don't know how their breakup went. They probably did it like I don't know. Relationships with celebrities and like their breakups, like I don't think it's like how we would do it with like our significant other. Where you sit them down and you're like, hey, we need to talk. It's more like my people will contact your people and we're ending it. And like with musicians, it's like you have a song ready to go. Okay, we're gonna break up this day. You release a song that day. Like something like I just don't think it's the same. That's where she was probably like, it's been over for a while. It's just like we were waiting for the contracts.
It
to
probably
be
never
finished.
started. But that's a whole
did.
different
Yeah.
conversation.
And I think with all of this going on, like getting to the end of this messy timeline of Kanye, Kim, Julia, Kanye tried to apologize to Kim, and he apologized even obviously for something I hate when he uses all caps, which is like, it's just annoying. I'm sorry.
He's just mad.
He's just mad. He's like, I'm yelling.
Yes,
I'm trying. I want
literally.
to let
Like
you.
if you're using all caps, you're literally yelling at the screen.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna let you all know I'm yelling. But he did apologize, and he had like this long-winded just like post where he said like, first of all, I've learned that using all caps makes people feel like I'm screaming at them.
You're screaming.
You're screaming. He said, I'm working on my communication. Maybe let's talk to people in person.
Yeah.
Not through screenshots, not through like text. Let's actually talk to them. And then he said, I take accountability. I'm still learning in real time. I don't have all the answers. To be a good leader is to be a good listener.
Yes.
Yes, I love that. Great quote.
Nice quote.
Is he listening to it? I don't know.
His publicist probably told him to say that.
Yes. It looks very clean, this
I
one.
know
has great
somebody
punctuation.
who write apologies for influencers. That's tea.
Oh, we might need that one day. So let's keep that in our back pocket. But then hours later, after like this like attempted apology and all this stuff, he puts out vision. Oh, sorry. All caps is back for the people. That's all cap. So does that mean he like it's almost like that apology was a lie? Like he was like, that's cap. I lied to you.
Oh my god.
Ha ha he he.
That's
Like,
not like
You know that TikTok audio of Kanye being like, I guess we'll never know.
That's
And like
literally-
that's what I think of when I read all caps. Like I just hear that voice.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like this has been a long-winded timeline, and I just want to say to anybody watching, I hope that the Kanye stuff is done. I hope it is done. I hope this was the worst of it, because it is just so much. It's like
so much.
it's heavy, it's messy, it's
Overwhelming.
ridiculous.
Yes.
Next week will probably be something with Kendall and her man. Who knows?
Please, just on that note, I hope and pray, Kanye, that you're done. Like, I hope you're done.
done.
You're done.
You're done.
And in breaking news this morning while we were filming, apparently Kanye followed Pete Davidson
Oh my
on Instagram.
gosh.
This is too much.
It's like a circus.
It is a
I love a
circus.
good circus.
I wonder what Pete Davidson is thinking right now. Okay, y'all. Speaking of Kanye, remember when he wanted to run for president?
Oh, do I remember?
Unfortunately.
Oh, snap. That was the time. Guess who else is trying to run for the president?
Who?
Logan Paul. How old is Logan Paul?
I don't even know. He's definitely not of age to run for president.
Because
So
don't you have to be 35?
Yes.
yes. Well,
Yes.
he did say on his podcast that he wanted to run when he was of age.
Yeah.
And absolutely not.
He shouldn't.
No,
I don't
should
even
not.
think, does he even have the qualities of being a president?
It's
No.
probably just like a power thing that he
Mm-hmm.
craves. I don't think he knows anything about what it takes to be a president. He probably doesn't
Right.
even know what taxes are.
Yeah.
Literally.
Oh, exactly.
He's probably just like, I want to be in charge of everyone.
Yeah, well, then his brother also like announced it too. Like they wanted to run together, and I'm like,
Who would be
I don't think we
President and
need.
vice president?
I don't think
I
we need
guess.
Dumb and
Oh,
Dumber, sillier and
no.
sillier, and like in the White House.
Oh, no.
I don't
Or
think
maybe
so.
they'll run against each other. One will
Or
be
they'll just
Dem,
run
one will be
to.
Republican.
They'll run together, and if they win, they're just gonna go box every other country
Oh my
because that's their thing
gosh.
now. They
'Cause
box.
That's how
That would be a
you-
shit show.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine them being the president.
Yeah. No, I just don't think. I think influencers, we're able to do many, many things.
Yes.
We could, if we're singers, we could be actors. If we're actors, we could host a podcast. I think if you want to do those things, great.
Run
Run
a
for
country?
president. Some of them dropped out of school. Don't you have to go
As
to
soon
school?
as they hit 1 million.
Yeah, they're like,
on TikTok.
dropping out of school. Dropping out of school.
Yep, dropping out. I'm done.
No degrees for me.
Just like that TikTok of people when it's like, when one of my posts get like 1 million views and they have the suitcases
And
and,
it
they're
was
like,
like,
does LA call me
or
or
do
do I call
call
LA?
LA?
Yes.
That was me.
It's like,
as
whoa.
soon as I hit 1 million, I was like, does LA call me? And they called me.
Period.
And they did, and look where you
Here
are.
you are.
See, there's the difference, though. It's like that happened. He's just like, I don't have a degree. I mean, he might have a degree. I don't want to, he's probably a really smart man. But I think there's things you need in like a platform. What's your platform? Like, what are we fighting for? Like, what are
Yeah.
we trying to get for the people?
Yeah.
Like boxing matches for everyone. Like that's literally all I know them about now. Like they
Right.
used
Yeah.
to do YouTube and they had their share of cancellations and like people attacking them.
I was in a taxi in New York City one day. And you know how, have you guys been to New York?
Yes.
No.
So, you need to go.
gonna go.
You would
I'm gonna
love
go.
it.
I know I
You would love
will.
it. So in the back of the taxi, they have like little TVs that you can watch, like in commercials, just run through. And on replay was Logan and Jake Paul doing their little boxing match, and I had to sit there and watch it for like 20 minutes in the back of this
You're like,
taxi. And I
I'm
was like,
paying
oh.
for this.
Yes.
I'm paying to get from point A to point B, and I have to watch this.
Yeah.
So you were watching them in the back of the cab, but did you ever watch the Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather fight?
Yes,
I
you
think
did.
so.
You did. Okay, so
I think that's what it was.
Oh,
we were watching.
most likely. It was like, why is it in the cab? So because it's like pay-per-view. So
Yes.
like, so they fought, and obviously like there's money that Logan gets paid out by, obviously it's supposed to be like by a company, but I guess something's been going on that Logan has not been paid by Floyd Mayweather and his team. So he just went on his podcast and was like, I'm suing Floyd Mayweather because I haven't been paid yet.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, that's concerning. I mean, if I did a fight and I didn't get paid for it.
Yeah.
But is it like, though, we were talking before about like, as influencers too, like when we do like a brand deal or something like that, you don't get that money right after it's done.
Net
Well,
30.
right.
It's net 30, net 60 sometimes.
Net 90.
Yeah.
I had a net 90 before, and I was like, literally like, what's going on?
But yeah,
that's so long.
that
and
is
like
long.
they're probably paying Logan like this is like a pay-per-view fight, like it's probably an ongoing payment, like he probably didn't get this huge lump sum that maybe like how budgets work, like they might just not have the money yet to pay him and they're
Right.
waiting for like a
Okay.
next quarter or something like that. Mayweather said like his like comeback to it was that like he hasn't been paid for fights that he did like 7 or 8 years ago, or he's still being paid out for them, so like that's his mentality. But personally I would want my money. So Jess, we have been talking a lot, and I think let's take a little bit of a pause and play a game. So a game we play here on Sip or Spill, me and Tati played it last week on our first episode. It's called Cap or No Cap.
Okay.
So we're going to read you headlines from the news, or so you think, and you're going to have to tell us whether they're cap, not true, or no cap, true.
Okay.
Are you ready? So we have one each for you.
Okay.
And then we can talk about it, obviously, and, get into it.
Okay.
So I'll read mine for you first. The headline is, Noah Beck fought with Dixie over going to a party with her ex Griffin. Is that cap or no cap?
That's true, right?
You think it's so?
Oh, so it's not no cap.
You're saying no cap.
No cap.
That's actually cap.
Oh.
You know your Demick Leo drama. It's
Yeah.
not true.
So it was an event for Triller going on this weekend. And it was like 2 Chainz was performing. And somebody took a picture of Griffin and Dixie standing next to each other. But I don't know if they were talking or not. But people said that she was like hooking up with him, which is false.
Okay.
She wasn't.
Yeah.
And yeah, then people just like blew it out of proportion. It wasn't.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And so not only so obviously Noah, Dixie, and Griffin were there, but so was Markel Washington. And he cleared up all of the rumors of them being like, everybody was just like, they're at the same event. Oh my God. But basically Noah and Markel were with Dixie. There was no fight, no hooking up.
Okay.
And people saw like a video of a party where Dixie and Griffin were just seen together. Like that
Yeah.
was literally all it is. So
Gotcha.
everybody's like, they're hooking up, they're doing this, they're doing that. Meanwhile, Markel like cleared up and was just like, I was there. I was standing there. Me and Noah were there. We're cropped out of the video.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. They were just clearing up just like the drama and that they could be okay and be friends and move forward from like everything that had happened in the past.
No drama.
So
I
I'm
saw
sorry,
TikTok.
you got that one wrong.
Oh no, I lost. I lost the game.
It's over.
You got one more. Okay, Jess, this is my headline for you.
Okay.
Trisha Paytas is officially pregnant. Is that cap or no cap?
That's no cap.
That is no cap. Congratulations to Trisha Paytas on her pregnancy. What do y'all think about her pregnancy?
Well, I mean, wasn't she told for like years that she couldn't get pregnant?
Yes.
So, I mean, to go through that for a woman who desperately wants to be a mom, like that has to be the most insane, wild, amazing feeling in the world. And like that has got to be so hard for so many women in this world who go through that and just can't get pregnant no matter what they do, and always being told that by doctors. Like, good for her. Good for her. Like, you know, I hope that, you know, she does a good job being a mom.
I think she will. I think through like all the stuff that she's gone through, and like, you know, she almost like puts herself through. I think like this was just like such good news to hear for her. Like I was excited. I was like, oh, that's so good. Like that's such like a like that's something else for her to do in her life now, where it's like she can finally focus on something else. I feel like she's just been doing social media because that's like all she knows. And now she's like, I can start a family. Like I have a life that I can have and make into my own, and like make this life for my child so great. So I'm very happy about it. I'm very excited.
I'm wishing her nothing but a safe and healthy pregnancy.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, love. Okay, so we read through some headlines, but we of course have so many more. There's so much going on in influencer world and like just celebrity world in general. So we're gonna play Sip or Spill.
Cool.
Sip or Spill is now where we'll read the headline and we can choose to sip, where we don't speak on it. We just say, you know, that's great, whatever, move on, or we spill. And you can let it rip. If you have an opinion, you tell us, just go for it.
Okay.
So we're gonna start off. So the first headline is, this was a headline that was up, and it says, "Spare me the whining about sexual Super Bowl show. We know what it's really about." Do we want to sip or spill on it? Because I know what I want to do.
Wait, what?
The headline was, "Spare me the whining about sexual Super Bowl show. We know what it is really about."
What was sexual about the Super Bowl show?
Let's spill on it then. Let's spill.
Yeah.
So it's referring to the halftime show.
Right.
Basically, Charlie Kirk, he's like this super right-wing politician, whatever the hell he is. I truly don't care, could not care. He tweeted, "The NFL is now the league of sexual anarchy. This halftime show should not be allowed on television."
Oh.
And celebrities and politicians from both sides are saying like completely against his tweet. And this was like not a sexual halftime show.
No.
Like,
the little snips that I saw on TikTok was nothing sexual
there was
about it.
only one woman who performed, which was Mary J. Blige.
Which is Mary J.
And she killed it, first of all.
I mean, is he referring to the backup dancers when 50 Cent did his thing? Because they were like all over him doing like.
But they also weren't dressed like sexually. Like they were at a
No.
they were in the club.
In the club. Yeah.
Somebody though put up a side by side of Mary J. Blige and was like, "Oh, this is sexual," and then put up like on the other side J-Lo and Shakira, and then like other performances like showing like, you know, Britney Spears, all these people like, what was
Yeah.
sexual about this? Like she was literally wearing like a white jacket basically.
One thing about Mary J is she gonna step, and she looked mighty good.
Yes.
She did.
So I'm just like, I think that's just baffling that you would think that this is the most sexualized Super Bowl out there.
That's why I had to have you read that headline again because
Yes,
I was
you were
so
like, what the
confused.
heck?
I was
Hell?
confused too.
Yeah.
That politician, whatever he is, don't know what he's talking about.
No.
Like I said, don't know him, don't care to know him, never
don't
will
care.
know him.
Right.
Never
And,
will.
you know, he has the blue check mark, but that doesn't mean shit to me. I'm sorry. So Tati's gonna have another headline to read for us too.
So the next headline that I have for you guys is Machine Gun Kelly attacks paparazzis during shocking airport footage.
So he attacked paparazzi.
Yeah, he attacked them.
Well, let's spill on it because obviously. Oh no, I did hear about this. He attacked them, but when he spotted paparazzi, it wasn't like he went up and like
not physically.
beat the shit out of them. Like
It
no,
was a verbal altercation.
verbal
Okay.
altercation. I wonder if it's just like this point where like I say this about like most like big celebrities, like I think they're all just fed up with the paparazzi and like they have dealt with it so much that maybe he's just like, I've had enough. I'm just trying to get on my flight or like get home from a flight.
True.
Whereas like I also just saw something where like Dixie D'Amelio
was she about to say that?
was on the red carpet.
She's like, what am I doing wrong? They're like, you're not looking at me.
And she was,
She's like,
yeah,
somebody edited somebody edited the video of her doing that. She looked so upset. Like if I was on that carpet, I would have went off on that paparazzi.
Right.
Like they said something too, and she's like, they're like, oh, she's like, why are you yelling at me? And they're because you're not looking. And I'm like,
And she's like,
damn, like.
Yeah.
So like think of like a bigger celebrity like MGK. Like he's probably just like, shut the hell up and leave me alone. Let me be. Whereas like a younger celebrity like that is like taking it.
Right.
And just like can't say anything.
I feel so bad because like I feel like people like to really target like the younger females, you know, because they feel like they're not going to do anything to like defend themselves. So that probably blew up because she actually did defend herself and now people are making it blow up. It's like, is it just because she's a young girl? Like it's so interesting watching paparazzi interactions with celebrities because people like to connect that to how these celebrities are as people. Like they're so rude. Like look at how they're treating the paparazzi. Imagine 20 people around you being like this, harassing you with cameras. Like you would do the same thing, maybe worse. It's like, it's hard to judge a celebrity off of that interaction. So
It's all we see of them. And that's like where, you know, we have to kind of like be like, okay, like you said, look at it from both perspectives. Like they're no matter what, if paparazzi's attacking you, you're gonna appear rude because it's like you're shocked, you're surprised, you're angry.
You're in my
Whereas
face.
like they're evil and like they're doing their job. Like I get it, but it's like it's not the best thing in the world.
like every shot that you see of Justin Bieber or Miley Cyrus, or like they're just like this and they're like, oh, look how rude they look. It's like, no, because
they might be tired and they don't look, they're like, I don't, they might be self-conscious and they're like, I don't look great.
Right.
That's how I feel. I'm like, my friends are like, let's take a picture. I'm like, no, get away.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm fine that he did it. I would have done it too.
Yeah, I would have done it too.
So I actually have the last headline, and this is a good one. 50 Cent reacts to being body shamed after Super Bowl halftime performance.
I would like to see it. I would like to spill.
All right.
So obviously he performed at the Super Bowl, and obviously he hasn't been around in a while, and he's older.
Yeah.
And yes, he's not going to look the way he did back
10
then.
years, 20 years ago.
And the comments were
50.
just like, we know how comments can get.
Yeah.
They were like evil. Like someone said like, when like inflation got 50 cent going to a full $1.
That's mean. That's
That's just like really.
what
There was
these comments are like outrageous. Like it's
just
ridiculous.
Can't believe in 2022 people are still making comments like this,
Right.
and especially on older people who haven't been active in a while.
Yeah.
You know, like let him live his life. Like who cares?
And he has a lot of stuff that he is doing. He has a show on Stars that he's directing, Power, and he just is rich as hell. And like he probably like isn't worrying about like none of that.
He's done his time. Like it's like he's having fun doing other things. Like he doesn't need to like. He's probably like still healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks healthy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he didn't even look unhealthy. Like
No.
I didn't. That's what I wasn't wrapping my head around. I think people just take anything and run with it and stretch it to a point of no return.
Right.
And I think it's almost like it's for the bit. It's like, what is so mean but somewhat funny that will get people talking?
Right.
How many likes can I get on this comment? How many likes can I get on like this stitch?
Yeah.
And I think that's where it's like, it becomes like just horrible. Just like terrible, mean, not funny.
Yeah.
And then people were comparing him to Lizzo, which I love Lizzo. I'm a
Me
huge
too.
Lizzo fan. And they were saying like, why are we body shaming him, like this older artist who hasn't been around as much, but we're not body shaming her? First of all, we should not be body shaming anyone like at all, let alone like the fact that Lizzo is already body shamed constantly.
Every single day.
Every single day.
Every single day. Like people can never leave Lizzo alone. She's just being herself, posting her pictures, her videos, just like everybody else. But she seems to get so many negative comments, and she's just living her life.
It's just wild because like there are still people today who don't want to see people like Lizzo, who is as confident as she is in her body. It just shakes people the wrong way. They're like, why should someone like that feel happy about how they look? And it's like,
obviously
because
she loves herself.
Yes, exactly. Like, are people really just have no life? People just have no lives these days, you know?
And even she's specified that, like, she isn't happy with herself sometimes. Like, she does try to take, you know, the measures to make herself feel better, but she's also still confident because she knows, like, there's other women out there who look up to her. Like, she knows she's powerful and she's who she is. She's talented, amazing. And I just think, I don't know, that comparison was just god-awful and rude. And I think people are just mean.
Yeah,
people can't be like us and just be nice. And
I know.
And I look up
Be
to
like
Lizzo.
us.
I look up to Lizzo a lot. Although she don't follow anyone on her TikTok page. But she does comment on my videos, and when I see her comments, it just like makes me so happy. I'm like, yay, Lizzo!
Can we get Lizzo as a guest? I would scream.
Imagine.
I would cry.
And I love how active she is on TikTok, and I just love her reactions. Like, I support Lizzo 100%, and she from Detroit. So
really?
Yeah.
No
So
way.
of course I'm gonna show my girl some love
Yes.
always.
Yeah.
I love her concerts and how inclusive she is with like her backup dancers.
Yeah.
Like, she likes to put lots of different types of, you know, like people who are of all different body types, races, you know. It's like really beautiful how she does that. And I think it's important. I think it's what a lot of celebrities should do, you know? So she's a good role model.
It has been such an amazing episode of Sipper Spill yet again. Of course, thank you to Jess Val Ortiz for joining us. It has been amazing. But we have breaking news. I cannot keep up, but we were just talking about how Kanye just followed Pete on Instagram. Guess what just happened?
What?
Kim unfollowed Kanye.
Oh my
Just
God.
now. Like, it just happened, just reported.
Bro.
If you guys want to hear more about this story, we might be talking about it next week. Who knows with Kanye and Kim, but it is going to be crazy. I can promise you that.